Welcome back to Daily Defi. It's August 9th of 2021. We see a Brazilian ETF focused on carbon neutrality and Ethereum having a bit of a pullback after we blew past this key level of resistance right here at that 2,890 mark. Really blew past that. It was a decent trade setup based on this level, and we saw this bearish engulfing candle right here, and now we're retesting this line. So beyond that, we always kick things off here on DeFi Pulse and Juicy NFTs. We'll also be talking about Swipe, Injective, and Reef. So total value locked in is $75.54 billion. Aave dominance is sitting at 16.73%, and DeFi Pulse index is at 364. Beyond that, non-fungible token volume continues to just skyrocket, right? It's consistently been above that $10 million mark. We briefly saw a bit of a pullback on Sunday to a little bit below, but today we're seeing $22.8 million transacted daily, up 160%. CryptoPunk's always in that number one spot. Beyond that, Ethereum shedding at 7.6% as the stumble happens. So we can see this much better in the chart, right? So this massive rise, kind of breakdown out of this trend. The overall trend here, if you understand technical analysis and you have seen the global TA course, which is linked down below in the description, we saw this massive W trend, right? So once we broke this neckline here in this key level of resistance here, this rectangle drawn out, once we broke that level, we just saw this parabolic move up, went a bit overextended on some of our macro indicators like EMA and the Bollinger Bands, and we kind of topped out at those levels. You can see we were a bit overextended there. That would have been a nice little short position, and that's, as I say, down about 7% in that case. Beyond that, this Brazilian ETF pledges carbon neutrality. So this is a big trend, obviously, you see is the green play, right? So not just having an exchange traded fund, which is an ETF, but having kind of a niche with this and having a value add to the market, like being carbon neutral. This is a massive thing, especially in emerging markets, right? So Brazil has not necessarily done the best economically over the past, I would say, really 2 years. You saw the Brazilian real, their currency, not performing very, very well. You saw a lot of governmental issues, and beyond that, they need something to bring them ahead of the curve in South America. And I think they're competing with a lot of other countries that are focused on the future of decentralized finance and improving the economic situation for all of their citizens. So this is an interesting article you can check out as well. But when we're looking at the top decentralized finance projects here, we see pretty correlated markets still. You know, this kind of slow rise up, this peak down with Ethereum. Most things are a bit correlated with this. Like I said, if you look here in the chart, the macro trend is about the same. We kind of peaked up there. Obviously, this is on the 4-hour time frame, and these charts are on the 7-day. But you can see what I'm talking about. So Chainlink is a bit different, but Uniswap kind of leads that trend. Same here with the rest of these. So you can see the macro trend, just a bit of a push up and then a pullback. Beyond that, Swipe SXP $2.74, up about 4.5% on the daily. Market cap is $302 million. Let's see, volume is 161 million, and we're seeing the peak up here with Swipe at 5, bottomed out at 1.5, and now we're kind of halfway up, so close to 2x from the bottom there. And then Injective Protocol up about 7%. Let's see, $8.70 currently. Market cap is $250 million, and beyond that, pretty correlated as well. Lastly, here with Reef, the lowest market cap out of all these, $238 million in market cap. Volume is 115, and just honestly moving sideways. Not a very drastic move, and it wasn't a very big pullback, honestly. So this one was right around 4 cents, and we pulled back to right around 0.018. So it's pretty much all for this today. If you have any questions in the comments, let me know. Invest global. Until next time.